This just in. This just in. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Drop Nation. That's how you show up. That's how you show up, Drop Nation. From now on, this right here is how you gonna show up from now on. Man, love to my sister Sonia, man. She put it down for Drop Nation. See, every day, man, Drop Nation represents from somewhere, from someplace. Wherever you are, you show up, man. You show up, man. A-hop to the real ones, man. Hey, love to my bro, Otto made it, man. My bro Otto made it, man. It's been just, stepping up, man, being mad supportive, man. Much a to the bro Otto made it. Sister Renana, A-hop, you know what I mean? Appreciate it. Look, we all just rocking the wave. Thai battle, the battle family, CJ's in Spain. CJ's in Spain. Let's go, man. Look, Drop Nation stepping up, man. And this is what I mean. This is what I mean. This just in. Hot on the drop desk. Sister Sonia sent an email and she dropped some very imperative Presta John drop. And she said, I hope this helps. And I said, what? Oh man, wait till we get this Presta John drop. You know what I mean? On Presta John part 50, man. This is a great way to start Presta John 50 through 60, man. We're gonna do it for the homie Nipsey Hussle. Rest in power, neighborhood knit. Let's go. We're gonna get the Presta John 60 because we do it for the streets. We're taking all that energy of the Priest King, Dawid, and we're putting it right back in the streets for my Nagas, man. Presta John 60 for the homie Nip. Let go. But then after she dropped that great drop, she sent another email. She said, I appreciate the recon. Here's a gift. You might not have had this. You might have had this one. I said, nah, I ain't never seen this one before. This is 1972 Flat Earth Secret Worksheeld USA Archive. Apparently some type of composite or snapshot of the Flat Earth plane, shall I say. And we're seeing it kind of at, an angle or something, you know what I mean? It kind of looks like the cloud is not over, these clouds not over South America, but I guess it's just the angle we're looking at. I also expected there to be more water like the Pacific, so I'm just looking into this, and maybe it's a certain type of way they put it together. Maybe the Pacific, leads, to this one barrier, and then there's another barrier, just like we've seen on other depictions, right? Yeah, man. What do y'all think, man? What do y'all think? Right? Because we've seen this drop before, the azimuthal equidistant projection, AE projection, instead of the old Mercator projection. We dodged that Merc retro. And you see the barriers. So Antarctica is the barrier around it, right? And it's the same projection on the UN flag, right? The same thing on the UN flag, right? Bang. Yeah, it's one of those joints you just meditate to, man. What do y'all think? We got something here? I mean, the thing is, it ain't like we're seeing it on some media network. We're not seeing it on, let me know if you see this picture anywhere else. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see where the source is, because she She just dropped this thing like, here's a gift. Bang. Here's a gift. Bang. So hashtag gift, man. Let me know if you see this anywhere so I can see if I can get closer to a source for you. I'm contacting my sister to get more information on this as well. But my sister, if you're watching this, I appreciate you. And let us know more about it. You know what I mean? Because, it's really interesting. I mean, look at this type of blotted out situation. It's like they are hiding something here, right? They're blocking something out, man. What's over here, man? Probably a flying dragon over here or something, man. So they say, how come you don't fall off the flat earth drop? Where's all the water, on your ball? How's it not fall off the flat earth? When we say there's a barrier around it called Antarctica. So every direction you sail, you're going to hit the barrier of Antarctica. Magnetic north is right in the center. And that got me thinking, because don't they say that the east is north, right? To the indigenous, right? So I guess if you're looking east from this particular way, that would be to the north, which is the center. Don't get stuck on that North Pole, South Pole stuff because, we got to empty our cups completely. And we got some other recon years ago where this researcher was saying that both North and South poles are both beneath South America, she said. And then she said this pole right here is not the North Pole, but the center pole. So to her, according to her recon, there was a North Pole, South Pole located beneath the South America or equator or whatever. So I'm trying to get it, I'm trying to get the orientations. Either way, let's focus on the boundary for now. Because we're getting back in our flat drop, and this is a great way to kick it off. It's a great way to kick it off. So when you go to Antarctica, man, you got to climb up on that ice sheet, man. You got to climb up on that ice sheet, man. And what's this right here exactly? Is there a barrier here, it looks like, right? And then there's some mountains, and is this where they're finding all these pyramids and then stuff in Antarctica? And then you keep going, maybe there's more water. And then there's a bigger barrier. And that's outside that other barrier. Is it more land beyond them poles? Ain't that what we've been getting from the book World Beyond the Poles by Amadeo F. Giannini, who kept saying there's more land, water, vegetation, no matter how far you go, no matter what direction, there's more land, water, vegetation, more land, water, vegetation. Is that what we're seeing here? Where's the sun? Is that what they're hiding? Or is it back here? Either way, it's doing a circuit around you. It's spiraling over you. When it's on top of you, it's summertime. When it spirals away, it's wintertime. When it spirals on top of you, summertime. Depending on what part you are of this spiral, you're getting hit. They call it the Tropic of Cancer and the Capricorn, but we're just talking the circuits of the heavenly bodies. Remember, Joshua commanded the sun to stand still, right? Because he's not moving. The sun was moving. That's why the sun had to stand still. So this is a great image, man. There's no link to it. She just dropped me the actual file. You know what I mean? So if you want this file, I dropped it on Instagram earlier as well. And I told my people there to hit me up. So y'all hit me up as well. And let's do this, man. Y'all recon this. If you know how to break down this type of stuff, you got the software, Drop Nation, what it do? Let's get some more details on this drop. I feel like we got some cutting edge drop. I can't vouch for it. I can't confirm or deny the source of what's popping. But all we know to go off of, and I looked it up briefly and I couldn't find much on the secret Worksheeld USA Archives, Flat Earth 1972. Just like the Apollo astronauts did they snapshot and got the little picture of Earth in the corner of their space shuttle and said, look, there's the balls right out here. We haven't found any other picture since then, right? Yeah, man. Just imagine a stratospheric situation. You know, all those rockets that take off, you know, all that SpaceX type stuff. They take off, you know, do they snap pictures? Did they just don't publish them? We got to get them out the secret Worksheeld USA archives. And this was in 1972. So I don't know if all this is ice, you know what I mean? These definitely look like structures or mountains. I mean, all we know is that there's more land beyond the pole. I mean, what's all this back here, man? Is this more water? This is amazing. More water, more ice, more vegetation. And they got us stuck in the middle earth, right? We in the middle earth, right? We just in the middle earth. Forget all that. This is your ball. You're on a ball. Neil deGrasse Tyson said you're on a pear. You're on a pear shape. Because once they establish that this is all you got, you know, 25,000 miles in circumference, you know, that's it. Then that's it. They can't have more land. They can't have more land beyond the poles, man. They can't have more land if they just make this their ball. Why would they do that? To stop you from exploring, even mentally, to stop you from exploring, to shut your mind to think that there's more land. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Because now you're putting your explorer hat on. You're like, whoa, what's all this back here? It's almost like an arrow or something pointed down. Something right here, man. It's popping. What's that? What's that? What's that? What is this stuff, man? What is this stuff? For real, for real. What's this black part? Is that more water? Is this more land and ice? I mean, come on, y'all. Drop Nation. What's way back here? So if you want this link, hit me up. Music at 432thedrop.com. Music at 432thedrop.com. Love to the sister Sonia, man. We just getting our orientation. We're just getting our orientation. Leviathan scales. You got a dome up there. Everything's encompassed in the firmament, the stars. And look at the celestial land. Like, they didn't even make this. They're letting you know that up there, right, whatever you call celestial or planets are just more land areas, man. You see these people on flat land? They're supposed to be in the heavens around the stars of Orion. I mean, you tell me. We got some more Leviathan drop down here, huh? And that Sheol, they're over there dancing in Sheol. Anyway, are you on the ball spinning? Or is this a realm that continues? And, you know, how far does this Leviathan scale situation go? Does it go just over America? Does it go over the whole earth? Well, how far is the whole earth? And we're just learning as we go. The investigation continues. And we will be picking back up in worlds beyond the pole. Y'all remember this map? This old Japanese map, right? Ancient flat earth map. Could they be hiding more land? Could they be hiding more land? Was this the world map made 10 centuries ago? Stranger almost in the manuscript found in the copper cylinder. What's that? It's the copy of a map which came across seas to Honolulu from a Buddhist temple in the mountains of central Japan. It is a map of the world made 1,000 years ago. Dr. Kobayashi, the well-known Japanese physician and surgeon of Honolulu has received a copy of the map, which he believes to have been made by Chinese priests 10 centuries ago. Where's China? Where's China 10 centuries ago? Where's China? Come on, man. You said Chinese priests. Where's China? La China. Where's China? La China. Where's China? Yeah, man. We're going to get some more on this map, too, because, I mean, we didn't really dig on the commentary around it. You know what I mean? And, of course, it got so much drop, they're going to try to cover it up and say, oh, well, you know, these must be mistakes. These must be logical errors. 2 errors, you know. I mean, it must be errors because why would China be over here? I said, what? Why would China, La China, and the old Cathay, not the new Cathay, I'm talking about Cathay Cathay, that's the old Cathay, and China, Mexico, Florida. Where's China? Where's India? Nothing they told you was the truth, and everything they told you was a lie, because there are worlds beyond the pole. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I mean, it's an interesting map to say the least. Just to say the least. So, we know where Old Cathay is, and we know where La China is. It's right here in the home turf, man. So they say these Chinese priests made it 10 centuries ago. So we're talking about American priests, right? And these are all these dots, these ink blots. This is more Americas, more Africas, more Asias. Beyond the pole, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Outside of this ring, keep going. The rim of the earth is so large and so huge, it's not even fathomable. It's the same thing with outer space, but flip it into the earth. The earth is outer space, y'all. You just keep going, just like you're in outer space, and you find more worlds if you just float in outer space. If you float straight on your earth rim, you'll find more worlds. The same way as outer space, but it works on your land, on your terrain. You're in outer space. All right. This is the inner space is the outer space, and the outer space is the inner space. You know what I'm saying? It's all flipped. It's all duality, man. Thoth got us good with this Copernican theory and these Mercury projections. You got to dodge the mercury injections. Get that mercury in the vaccine drop. More land beyond the poles. So this Chinese priest, Ame'rican, is showing you all these worlds beyond the pole. All these worlds beyond the pole. Just keep going. Love this song. Wow. Right on time. There's many more, depictions of the same map. You got another map with Antarctica surrounding you like this. See that barrier? And you go on and on. Azimuthal equidistant, same thing. That's the barrier. More land beyond the pole. All right. And this is interesting here. Remember this one? All right, you got the land. You got the barrier. Now here you got an opening. And you got a little opening here, a little opening here. So this is how they were getting through, like outer space, right? To go straight. This is how they were getting through the barrier. Notice where they had to come, right? They got a little barrier here. Maybe they weren't cool with these people. So they had to go to this big ass barrier here. This is the gate, right? They call this the summer gate. The Bawa Ba'at Ra. Alright, so dodge the hijack. This sounds very Atlantean. Alright. The Ra gate. Alright. You got Set and Anubis, very Atlantean, right? You got Thoth, the moving island. Thoth, the moving island. Can't make this shit up. And then you got the moon called Yah. You got Yah number 1 and Yah number 2. That's why we don't call our creator Yah. It goes right back to this frequency. Reverse. Reverse the Yah, you with the Ha. The Ha. And then you come on home to the Wah. And then you're back home. Reverse. You see the moons, Yah and Yah. You got Soul and you got Bo. You got another sun outside these gates. So outside these gates, there will be another sun and another moon. You know, and at some point, some type of opening. You know what I mean? You can't see it here. But is there an opening? What does it mean, man? Is there an opening? Was there an opening? Will there be an opening? I don't know. Look how big these other land masses are, just like with the Japanese map, right? Look how big these other land masses are. How many more Americans you want to find? How many more Americans? How many more Nagas is out there, man? That's what I want to know. How many more Nagas is out there? So yeah, we're just surfing the wave and seeing it all connect in real time. And we're just grateful. Because this is how they try to say, well, why don't the water just fall off? Why don't the water just fall off? Yeah, man. Because there's a barrier called Antarctica. Connected to more land, more ice. And this is the picture they give you of the ball. Now, do you think this is real? Now, do you think this is real? Go for it, man. Earth pics. Stop me when you find a real picture of the Earth before you tell me you know what the Earth looked like. Because why can't Google give us one real picture of the doggone Earth, right? Where's the Earth? Stop me when you see a real picture of the Earth before you tell me you know what the Earth looked like. Try to find you a real picture of the mother-sucking Earth, man. Find you a real picture. Go for it, man. Go crazy. You go faster? You ain't gonna find no real picture of the Earth, man. There's no real pictures that they publish for you. So you must surf the wave. Before you say, oh, that's fake as a mug drop. Because that over there and that over there. If this is fake, then what's this? The blue marble. Look how big these clouds are, right? Look how much cloud cover they got, right? Love to Sonya. Ahchwa Sonya. She dropped this drop. She really dropped the Presta John drop. And we're going to get that for Presta John 50. This is amazing right here. For real. Right on time. She says, hi, I'm on top of all the new research, and you are my favorite researcher. You are amazing. Ahab Ahchwa. Allahwa. I'm sure you're familiar with for the Manco. Anatoly. Yeah. We kind of familiar with Anatoly Fomenko. That guy who found out that they changed history by over 1,000 years. Yep, we've been talking about that, sis. And they did change our timelines by over 1,000 years. That's why we're finding Moses the Black in 300s, Moses Maimonides in the 1100s. You got the Moshe, son of Amram and the BCs. Yeah, they changed our history by over 1,000 years. You got King David all over the place, who made the parallel timeline charts. Well, if his website has this document about Prester John, it is difficult to understand without taking in the rest of his website. So, yeah, I'm going to dig on that. We going to dig on that. If difficult, I recommend this intro. We're going to dig on that too. And if you want those parallel charts translated in English, here they are. I hope this is a new drop. Sister, this is definitely a new drop. Ahab to Sonya. This is definitely a new drop. I appreciate your work. We appreciate you, Ahchwa Sonya. And then she hit us with this continuation. And she says, if you don't have this pic, here is my gift. And we said hashtag gift. And now she got us meditating on our orientation. For real, for real. 1972 Flat Earth Secret Worksheeld USA Archives. Is it play? You dig on it. You want the drop? Hit me up. Music at 432thedrop.com, and we will get back to Worlds Beyond the Poles, man. Definitely one of my favorite books ever. The following pages contain the first and only description of the realistic universe, my naga. We ain't talking about the ball, right? We ain't talking about this universe. This is not real. This is not real. None of those moon missions and all this stuff, none of that stuff is real. How come they can't do it now? Because there's too many eyes on them now. There's too many awakened people now. You cannot pull that shit off now. Not to the public satisfaction. You know what I'm saying? The real, we're talking about the realistic. Oh, man, where's my, should I get my... Make sure I get my drop. I appreciate them trying to slide my drop back outside of the file. You know what I'm saying? We're just talking about the realistic extension of more land, water, vegetation, ice. We're talking reality, man. What's real, huh? Drop what's real. Yeah, what's real, man? Meditate on it. What's real? Only description of the realistic universe of land, water, oxygen, and vegetation where human and other forms of animal life abound. This is not a work of fiction, nor is it a technical analysis of anything. It is a simple recital of fact which transcends the most elaborate fiction ever conceived. It is a diametrically opposed to the assumptions and the mathematical conclusions of theorists, like the theory of gravity, right? Conclusion of theorists and technicians throughout the ages. It is true. These pages describe the physical land routes. Listen up. These pages describe the physical land routes from the earth to every land area of the universe about us, which is all land. Every land area in the universe about us, which is all land. There's no outer space, and this planet is this far from that planet. It's all connected. It's all land. It's all connected. Water, land, ice, vegetation, trees, mountains. Such routes extend from beyond the North Pole and South Pole, so-called ends of the earth, as decreed by theory. It will here be adequately shown that there are no northern or southern limits to the earth. There are no northern or southern limits to the earth. Where's north? Where's your North Pole? Now that you have an orientation and perspective, where's your North Pole? Where's your South Pole? Where's your limitations? Where's your limitations, huh? There are no northern or southern limits to the earth. It will thereby be shown where movement straight ahead from the pole points on the same level. You don't got to go up. Stay on the same level as the earth permits of movement into celestial land areas appearing up or out. They appear up or out, right? From the earth. So you think that these stars and planets are up. In reality, this book is proving that they're all on the same level as the earth. I know you got to empty your cup. I know. I know. An original treatise basic to this book was written and has been expounded at the American universities in 1927 to 1930. Do your research. Do your research. Since then, the U.S. Naval Research Bureau and the U.S. Navy's exploratory forces have conclusively confirmed the work's principal features. Since December 12, 1928, U.S. Navy polar expeditions have determined the existence of indeterminable amount of land extent beyond the pole. Out of bounds land. This land is out of bounds. It doesn't squeeze into your ball. You can't fit this on a ball with a 25,000 mile circumference. You can't suddenly make your ball bigger because you find new land, right? You got to admit you're on a plane. You found new land because you kept going straight, not up, straight. Why do they got us trapped in Middle Earth? Is this all we got? Is this all the creator can create? Is this all your all-powerful creator can create? Or does your creator keep on creating throughout the rim, straight ahead? How many suns are there? How many suns are there? You got a sun here, you got a sun further out, you got another moon further out, more breaks in the barrier. I don't know if you remember this joint right here, man. See it, baby. It's telling you who's holding down the track, who's holding down the barrier. So when you research the Antarctic Treaty, you find out all the major powers are working together to guard the barrier. They got bases set up all around because they ain't letting you find out what they have found out. They knew this back in 1972. Hell, they knew this back in 1927. Look, on this one it says Earth Pond 1. This is Earth Pond 1. Man, I ain't seen that before. It says Earth Pond 1. My naga, this is Earth Pond 1. Oh my goodness. So they found another Earth. Like they say in the NASA, we just found another Earth-like planet, you know. They found another Earth Pond. They send their rockets out. They look for more ponds of Nagas. They found you in a new world. They just came over to a new world and they kept searching for more new worlds, man. Don't you see? The Apollo space, all that stuff was just a hoax to cover up them looking beyond the land extent for actual land, water, gold, copper, iron, whatever they're looking for. You know what I'm saying? They've been finding resources. What did Admiral Byrd say? What did Admiral Richard Byrd say? Go research that interview with Admiral Byrd. He told you he found more land the size of America, beyond the pole. You got the Rothschild. You got everybody protecting this Earth Pond 1 to make sure you don't get out. Admiral Byrd found more land the size of America beyond, with the South Pole or the North Pole, either one. There's more land the size of America. And again, this was from a Chinese priest 1,000 years ago. Out of bounds land, indeterminable land, out of bounds of the assumed isolated globe Earth as postulated by the Copernican theory of what? 1543. My naga, when were you hijacked? When was your mind hijacked before you think you've seen your ball and witnessed curvature? There ain't no curvature at all. On January 13, 1956, as this book was being prepared, a U.S. Naval Air Unit penetrated to the extent of 2,300 miles beyond the assumed South Pole end of the Earth. Dig on it. They went out 2,000 miles, 2,300 miles beyond the assumed South Pole end of the Earth. So if you call this the South Pole, back down here, I don't know where you... Just keep going. They found more land. What is this? What's really going on? Because we know they've been already tampering with this footage, with this photo. So what else have they obstructed? What else can't we see? He went 2,300 miles beyond the South Pole extent. South Pole assumed end of the Earth. That flight was always over what? Always over land, water, and ice. For very substantial reasons, the memorable flight received negligible press notice. Ain't nobody ever heard of it, right? But they kept going, and they found more land, water, and ice. Now, that's back in the 50s, man. Before that, it was already been talked about in the 20s and 30s. And here we're just looking at a 1972 flat Earth image from the secret Worksheeld USA archives. So we will be getting back, digging on some more of this Worlds Beyond the Pole. I'm just getting your appetite up a little bit by F. Amadeo Giannini. Love to the family Casey, man, for this particular PDF here. The first one we had was atrocious. So he made sure that we had a better one, man. That's pretty all right. That's all right with me. That's all right with me. Hey, hop to the bro Casey. And I leave you with this poem right here. Only dreams are true. So when you think you know reality, remember you're in a spell. You're in the matrix. And this poem right here is the coldest poem discussing the illusion that you'll ever find. Only dreams are true. The tangible and real on which our lives are based was yesterday's ideal, a rosy picture traced by some quaint visionary, impractical, half-cracked, painting his fancies airy. And now it's a solid fact. Whatever we hold stable, dependable, and sane was once a hopeful fable of castles built in Spain. Before the fact, the fancy. Before the deed, the dream. That builds by necromancy, the hard material scheme. So all your towers that shimmer, your lamps that light the sky, were once a tiny glimmer within some seer's eye. Time makes our empire scatter, but we shall build anew, for only visions matter, and only dreams are true. You're in somebody's dream. You're in somebody's fancy. You're a victim of necromancy. And now we have a material scheme, the material world. Oh man, CJ's in Spain. So all the drop that we think we know, all the stuff that we think is dependable and sane was once a hopeful fable. They've sold a lie. They sold us on a dream, a ball in outer space and all this crap by some quaint visionary, half cracked, painting his fancies, they paint their balls. They paint the ball, man. Y'all didn't know? Let's go back to that earth. Earth. This is an illusion. This is a dream. And you got to come out of her. You got to wake up out of her. There is no reality to what's been taught to us as children that is being perpetuated in our universities and the Neil deGrasse Tysons and all this billion-dollar, trillion-dollar budgets, because where's their money really going? Their money's really going to discovering more worlds beyond the pole. Ahchwa to the sister Sonia. Yes, this is a drop. And you got the drop. Shalom to the real ones, man, who's on the search for our orientation, our reality. You know why? Because we overstand the tangible and real on which our lives are based was yesterday's idea. A rosy picture traced, painting his fancies air. And now you think this ball is a solid fact. And we say, dodge the hijack and come back home. All praise Hawa, Allah. Y'all keep surfing the wave and hit me up for the drop. Peace and power.